Shalom, shalom, Israel. First and foremost, I want to give all honor, glory, and praise unto Yahawah, YAHAWASHI, YAHAWADAH. Double honors to the elders and apostles of Great Millstone. Shalom to my AHPARYAM, YAHAWAH, who are diligently waiting to be delivered from this found captivity. This is Brother Kawa Club coming at you with another lesson. Matthew 26, verse 41. Watch and pray that ye enter not into temptation. The spirit indeed is willing, but the flesh is weak. Now, today's lesson is going to be a bit of a rant, kinda, but not really. It's along the lines a bit, because there is a bit of frustration that I'm kind of going through, and it ultimately stems from this from this scripture right here, where it says specifically, the spirit indeed is willing, but the flesh is weak. All right. Now, the inspiration to do this lesson, which before I'm getting to this whole thing that I wrote down yesterday, the inspiration from this lesson comes from just my constant incapability to, kind of do what's right. And the thing, when I say that, I don't mean to say that in a sense that I'm constantly making the same mistake over and over again. That's already a whole different problem that I'm already trying to work on myself. So it is this is not the topic, but in terms of life in general, me living on this side in Babylon, I have to deal with that myself, constantly making mistakes that I shouldn't be making. All right. And then this new problem that I have to go through, in terms of, still my spirit is willing. I want to do what's right. I want to do what the Lord tells me to do. But again, it's just it feels like divine intervention is getting in the way and stopping me from doing what I'm supposed to do, or what I want to do, in terms of pleasing Yahawadah. And that's the thing. It might sound like a bad thing or a wrong thing to say. Sometimes this is the thing that sometimes the Lord has set us up in different ways. All right, the Lord guided us and doesn't want us to do certain things, even if they are objectively a right thing. Say, for example, say okay, so let's say the Lord say you want to go on your lunch break to get in your car and just do a quick prayer to the Lord. All right, the Lord will make you were planning this whole time through your whole for the first half of your shift or whatever. All right, and you're like, okay, well, I really want to pray to the Lord. Let me just tell my boss I'm gonna go in my car for a quick 15-minute break or whatever, or just a 5-minute break. Let's just say you want to go for a 5-minute break. All right, and then something happened that is out of your control, out of everybody's control. Your boss says, oh yeah, sure, you can go ahead, and then you just get stopped. Let's say a freaking someone starts to rob the store that you're at. All right, and they stop you from being able to go outside. It's these are the types of stuff right there that it kind of feels like to me that I get stopped from doing what I'm doing. And one particular instance that happened to me, all right, was I was trying to do my first ever 48-hour or 2-day fast. All right, so after what's it called, 30 plus hours, I went. It was at night. Okay. Until a whole 24 hours, I did not eat anything. I was still going strong. Okay, you know what? This is a little hard, but yeah, I'm good. I can take it. And the thing is, I genuinely felt like, yeah, I can do this. All right, I'm making progress. I'm actually doing it. And then on the second night when I went to sleep. All right, I woke up, and that was where I forgot how long it was, but after like 30 plus 32 hours of not eating, not drinking, not anything, that's when like everything just hit me like a wave all at once, where I was vomiting, I was feeling like absolutely terrible. And the thing was, prior to that, my stomach, my mind, I was mentally thinking like, oh yeah, this is hard, yes, but ultimately I don't have a problem. I'm thinking like, maybe I can still keep pushing. I can just ignore all the alarms and whatever that was going in my body. Like, okay, well, yeah, you know what, this hurts a bit, but and it's a little problematic, but I can do it. I can take it. And then once again, like my body, it just like against again, like in a it felt like it was an unnatural way where my body just like knew what I was trying to do. It knew my intentions, okay, and it acted independently from me, from my mind, all right, from my heart, whatever you want to, however you want to phrase it, and it literally just accelerated the responses, the rejection of my intentions, and made me vomit when I kind of felt like I shouldn't have done that. I should not have vomited so early, so quickly, and whatnot. I felt like I could still keep going. All right, and that's the thing. In general, I think it takes like 2+ days for someone to die of starvation and stuff like that. Like people, that genuinely, it felt like it should not have happened. And then after I vomited, I was starting to panic a bit, so I just ended. After I vomited, I kind of felt like that was already the end of the fast. So after I vomited, I went to go eat something, because it's just like I again, like the fast itself was something that was good. I was viewed as good, and then over here, my body, it's always just some sort of divine intervention where something is stopping me from doing it. All right, so let me also read this other thing, because that wasn't the only time. That wasn't the only time that I felt like something happened. There were other things where I'm over here trying to, like, okay, you know what, I can power through it. I can push through it. We're gonna make it through stuff. Like, I will shoulder all these burdens. I will shoulder all this pain and whatever, and I can make it, basically. All right, and basically, as I am constantly allowing these either physical ailments to hit me, these physical pains to hurt me, these mental pains, burdens to hurt me, these emotional, these whatever, any of these issues that I literally am saying in my mind. I'm saying, you know what, YAHAWASHI, help me, power through it. I know that's all gonna be worth it. At the end of this thing, I'm looking at what's his name, Donald Trump, Elon Musk, all this shit that's going on. Like, you know what? Yeah, fuck it. I will just grin and bear it. I'll take it. All right. And over here, I'm just getting these freaking involuntary responses that are telling me that no, we are not going to take it. No, I'm not going to take it. No, I'm not going to do this. No, you're not going to do this. All this stuff where I'm genuinely like surprised that why is my body going against it. I did a little research where I was over here sick. I'm over here sick in the bathroom, wondering like, what the fuck happened? I didn't even do anything, and I didn't eat anything. I'm always trying to be healthy, all right? And my stomach is hurting me. I'm feeling like I'm slowly dying or something like that. Like it's just like I'm about to throw up. I just don't know what's going on. All right, and you know, I'm over here, which again, I'm not trying to say this is the right thing to do, but I'm over here, you know, googling like symptoms of, you know, what's going on with me, and then I'm over here reading. Well, again, this might not be the thing. Maybe I ate something. Maybe I didn't. I don't know exactly, but I just kind of feel like I haven't done anything or eaten anything out of the ordinary. I usually try to be very healthy. I've been exercising a lot more compared to a couple of months ago, and then I feel like I should be the most healthy is that I've ever been in a while. And now I'm starting to get a lot sicker, or I'm getting sick out of nowhere. And the reason why is because or in the Google search I did, it says that these symptoms can often be caused from stress. So I'm over here thinking like, so is this the exact same thing that's going on again? It's like, is it because I'm enduring and just taking all these things willfully that this stuff is happening? All right, like why is it that when I'm willing, oh my God, Slocky, like why is it that when I'm willing to go through certain hardships, I'm willing to just accept it, yeah, I'll take it, fine, sure, whatever, and that's when the things get even worse, and things just, you know, go against my willingness to, you know, fight through it. And that's the thing. My spirit, as I read again, the spirit is willing, but the flesh is weak. The spirit is saying, my spirit is saying, yeah, we're going to do this. In my mind, I'm saying, yeah, we're going to do this. But then my body is going completely against everything. All right. So this was the thing that I really want to get into, and I want to I'll read this right quick to be quick. Basically, I have this desire to do certain things, even though it's hard and I'm suffering. And then again, as I said before, there's the mental stuff, and I always say, as I'm reading this right now, Salakia, and I always say, if need be, I will go through all this stuff, and as I ready myself for it, that's when I, you know, I get snuffed out. I get stopped from it, from some sort of excruciating pain. All right. So I say that I'll just suck it up, but then I am incapable of doing it. All right. It's just a whole mental gymnastics. I'm going through a mental gymnastics of accepting the pain, but then my body stops me. All right. Continuing on, let me see. So yeah, if your mental, this was another thing I actually had to learn, where if your mental psyche goes through too much stress, it will have an effect on your health, where your body will reject your desires to want to continue to struggle. All right, your body will trigger responses in order to force you to take better care of yourself, as well as potentially stop any hardships that you're going through. All right. So yeah, I'm under these are not normal circumstances. Under normal circumstances, I usually just keep quiet and endure whatever hardships that I have to go through. All right, because there's been a lot, as we all, being Israelites in Babylon, we all have to go through stuff. So I thought, like, what makes me so much more special? All right, so yeah, I just have to go through it and just grin and bear it. And then, lo and behold, when I take the harder route, I try to say, okay, I'm just gonna take it or whatever and whatnot. Then that's when I get these responses. All right, continuing on. So it might be like an example of I'm allowing myself to go through a slightly more extended period of suffering, and that's when I get those responses of rejection of what the Spirit is willing to go through. And that's another thing. Like, say you are, as I had mentioned about the break thing. Okay, if you're trying to do the right thing. You're trying to do something that might be objectively correct, but the problem is the fact that the Lord, he is, I guess, trying to look out for you and trying to let you know that you don't have to push yourself that hard. All right. So yes, we are going through, and we are going through some stuff, but it's just a matter of the Lord is trying to be a bit more merciful and trying to let you know that what, like you're going too much. All right. And actually, let me get that precept right quick. Okay. You're going against the powers. Fuck, I literally just remembered it, and then I forgot the wording as I was about to search for it. It was well, whatever, roughly paraphrasing. If you know the exact wording, Yahawadah, please put it in the comment section. But basically it's for those if you cannot go against the power because the Lord put the power in place. All right, let me see. You can't. Bear with me one moment because it's very important. Whatever. Anyway, you have to Yahawadah, you understand what I'm trying to get at. The precept is basically, the Lord set up powers and you cannot go against those powers. All right. So, with that being said, let me go back to the thing. While yes, we are trying to endure, as the scriptures say, he that shall endure unto the end, the same shall be saved. Sometimes, it's sometimes allowing yourself to go through a bit more. All right, because that's kind of the thing with me. Like, say I'll use like video game terms, for example. Like, say for example, you're playing a video game. You're playing Mario, and in the old Mario games, you can have a mushroom saved up in your top stuff, and you can press, I think, start or select, and have the mushroom or whatever power up that's up there fall, so you can get it before you die, so you don't die the next time you get hit, and your mini Mario and all that stuff. So instead, what you do, all right, you wait for when you get farther down the line, all right, so that you don't put risk you don't put more risk in you going farther. All right, in terms of, you can wait for the last second to use the power up, and then you'll be at peak condition at the very end, near the boss, so you can decisively get through the stuff instead of trying to get there as little Mario and whatnot. All right, because that's basically, the Lord is like, making the power up come down now, or making you stop doing what you're doing, because what you're doing is, it's still risky. It's more risky, as a matter of fact. You're putting all your risk into attempting to go further without the power up. So the Lord makes you get the power up now early, so that you can go on this walk earlier, before, instead of just waiting for you to pick and choose the time for when you want to use the power up. All right. Slakia, it's a lot, but it's really important. Slakia, if I'm repeating, but I'm trying to get through everything and make sure everything is said and done. Alright, so next. Okay, so basically my mindset in general is that I want to do whatever. I can just do whatever, all right, which I think that's also kind of a bit of a wicked mindset, kind of, not fully, but I can see how. And the reason why is because I can just do whatever, in terms of like, okay, yeah, it's going to be a hardship, so whatever, that's fine. The Lord will take care of me, or the Lord will help me, get through it. But at the end of the day, there's a very big mental strain that you are allowing yourself to go through. And, ultimately at the end of the day, it is not healthy. And let me actually see if I can get that. Okay, Slocky, I'm trying to find the thing. So 1 Corinthians chapter 10, verse 13. There hath no temptation taken you, but such as is common to man. But Yahweh is faithful, who will not suffer you to be tempted above that ye are able, and but will with the temptation also make you a way to escape, that ye may be able to bear it. And I think that's the thing. Oh my God, it's a realization that I had made just now. Okay, the thing is, we aren't immortal. We're not perfect and all that stuff, and it could very well be, Slocky, it could very well be that when we get to a certain point in our suffering, whether it be Slocky, physical, emotional, spiritual, mental, whatever, the Lord, is trying to stop us and not allow us to suffer at a high level for His sake, because He doesn't want us to kind of like fall out in a way. See, because Slocky, I'm trying to do my best, so bear with me. Basically, with this, say for example, with the whole fasting thing, or not even the fasting thing, but for the emotional thing that I was telling you about, emotional, mental, whatever, if you are decisively saying that you're going to keep on suffering just for the sake of the Lord can stop you from doing that, because He doesn't want you to, be miserable for His sake. All right. Yes, we are going to be kind of miserable, kind of suffering in Babylon, but there's a level to it that the Lord doesn't want us to kind of get to. The Lord doesn't want us to get to, just in general. All right. So that's why, He just stops us sometimes and says like, okay, no, stop, because you're making things a lot harder on yourself, and this is not what I want. So constantly adding more and more responsibilities and more hardships on yourself is not always the best thing. All right. even if it's for good intentions. John chapter 6 verse 63, it is the spirit that quickeneth, the flesh profiteth nothing. The words I speak unto you, they are spirit and they are life. All right, so these are the things that we need to really we really need to be mindful of, and it is the words of the Lord. And taking this a step further, all right, to truly understand it, you have to be able to look at times like these, all right, where you might be doing the right thing, all right. You could be doing the right thing. You could be attempting to follow the words of YAHAWASHI, but the problem lies in you suffering, your potential suffering because you're trying to please the Lord. So what the Lord does, he kind of stops you in order for you to be able to just, kind of like relax on it, all right? Because he doesn't want you to suffer like that. He doesn't want you to be miserable, all right? So that's when the Lord is speaking to you in ways like these, in ways like this, and telling you what to do, and that the stuff that you're doing it's too much. You need to take a step back, chill out on that. Like, I don't need you to go above and beyond on this level. Like, yes, I appreciate you, I love you and stuff like that, but I'm not trying to make you kill yourself. All right, that's not what the Lord's trying to do. He's not trying to make you destroy yourself by doing too much. All right, so let me actually get this. Wise. Slakia, it was wise over much. Ecclesiastes chapter 7 verse 16, be not righteous over much, neither make thyself over wise. Why shouldst thou destroy thyself? Okay, if we're trying our best to be overly righteous, we're trying our best to be overly wise, which I guess, in a sense, that's what I'm trying to do. I was trying to be overly righteous. I was trying to be overly overly wise, trying to like accumulate all this good favor with Yahawadah so that he can show me special favor. And that's the thing. That's not how we're going to be protected and saved, right? And honestly, it is a sad thing, because I'm over here thinking like I have to compensate for all the years of me not being the truth, the lack of efforts, the lack of work that I'm not doing to please Yahawadah, and that makes me feel like, okay, you know what, I'm not doing enough. So yeah, it is something that I have to do. I have to suffer. I make myself suffer. I have to make myself miserable, when that's not what the Lord wants. All right, let me actually get that. Wisdom. Fuck, I forgot. Alright, Wisdom of Solomon chapter 1 verse 13, for Yahweh made not death, neither hath he pleasure in the destruction of the living. I'll read it again. Wisdom of Solomon chapter 1 verse 13, for Yahweh made not death, neither hath he pleasure in the destruction of the living. Let me also get, if I can remember it, Yahweh does I do. Wisdom of Solomon chapter 2 verse 23, for Yahweh created man to be immortal and made him to be an image of his own eternity. Nevertheless, through envy of the devil came death into the world, and they that do hold of his side do find it. Okay, so we're not supposed to be dying. We're not supposed to be suffering. All right, we're supposed to be immortal. And like ultimately it's just like don't be too choked up on trying to overcompensate for your lack of righteousness, because that's not how we're going to be saved. Now, as a result of that, I'm not saying just be a nigga, just be a demon. All right. I remember this one dumbass video of this fucking Edomite bitch, or what seemed to be an Edomite family, saying, this Edomite woman basically said to her family, remember guys, if you don't sin a little bit, Jesus died for nothing. All right, which number one, Jesus did. Slakia, that's fucked up. Anyway, Slakia, number one, Yahawashi did not die for you, and number two, Yahawashi did not die for you to go and willfully, for anyone to willfully sin. He died for us to repent. Okay, there's a key difference. Yes, we're gonna sin, we're gonna make some mistakes, we're gonna fall short, but it's not in a sense of being continuing to be wicked. It's in a sense of understanding that yes, we're messed up as well, but at the same time we have to remember that it is the mercy of the Lord. We still try our best to strive for perfection, but it's not in a way that we have to twist our arms in order to make the Lord love us, because that's not why the Lord loves us. He doesn't love us when we twist our arms or we go out of our way to harm ourselves. All right, He loves us for just primarily the intention, as well as the actions of us showing that we are repentant of YAHAWASHI. All right, we are repenting to YAHAWASHI. Slakia. 2 Corinthians chapter 4 verse 16, for which cause we faint not, but though our outward man perish, yet the inward man is renewed day by day. And that's the thing, our outward man is going to perish. Sometimes, hell, we might not even understand how the outward man perish, how our bodies perish, but inwardly, we might say, you know what, I feel like I can take that again, I can do this again, and whatnot. All right, and funnily enough, Slakia, this is a lesson that I'm primarily doing for me. I'm trying to, and the Lord is, the Holy Spirit has gotten on me to, to teach me. All right, as I do these lessons, that's when the Holy Spirit is on me the most to, say certain things that need to be said. All right, even though I might not articulate things in the best way. All right, but still the Lord is still, pushing out, certain things I might not have even thought of. All right, because I already brought out some verses that I didn't even think about prior. Anytime I add more verses, all right, that's when that's the Spirit. All right, the Spirit is saying, you know what, this also could be added, this is also needed to further the point. All right, and these are some things that the Lord might invoke in me to say even more, to add on as well as to go into another point that I didn't even think about prior. All right, so basically this is also good as always, but it's not what we're talking about. All right, so it's not applicable right now. So 1 Corinthians chapter 15 verse 40. There are also celestial bodies and bodies terrestrial, but the glory of the celestial is one, and the glory of the terrestrial is another. There is one glory of the sun, and another glory of the moon, and another glory of the stars, for one star differeth from another star in glory. So also is the resurrection of the dead. It is sown in corruption, it is raised in incorruption. So as of right now, we are in corruptible bodies. We're in terrestrial bodies, which I wanted to get this in the blue letter. So let me get this, because I'm actually just curious for the words celestial and terrestrial. 40. So we're going to celestial. and terrestrial. What is it? Says terrestrial. This is terrestrial. Outlining biblical uses existing upon the earth. Earthly, terrestrial. Terrestrial is the root word of terrestrial is terra. Terra is like earth, basically. All right, or the ground. All right. So let's go to celestial. Celestial. Obviously most people know about it, but let's still get the definition. Existing in heaven, things that take place in heaven, the heavenly region. So over here, the heavenly origin or nature. So this is the distinction. All right, the celestial and heavenly, the celestial and heavenly things. All right. So there are celestial bodies and terrestrial bodies. We are right now in our terrestrial bodies, which will expire, which means we will die in these bodies. But the celestial bodies are the bodies that will not, expire, all right, and are incorruptible. All right, as you know, corruption is one that will eventually be destroyed. Incorruption is something that will last forever. All right, and furthering this point, 1 Corinthians chapter 15, verse 52, in the same chapter, in a moment, in the twinkling of an eye, at the last trump, for the trumpet shall sound, and the dead shall be raised incorruptible, and we shall be changed. All right. This also goes into the New Testament, Jeremiah chapter 31, verse 31 through 34. All right, how the Lord is going to make us perfect, and we won't sin anymore. So as we won't sin, we will also have perfect bodies. Bodies that will never, be susceptible to not only sin, but the scriptures show us that sin is synonymous with death. All right, as the words of the Lord YAHAWAH is synonymous with life, which we read in John chapter 6, verse 63. All right, so as a result of that, yes, we're going to be receiving incorruptible bodies, perfect bodies, celestial bodies that will not allow us to be destroyed, or we will not die. We will not be, basically, we will not be suffering anymore. All right. As a matter of fact, let me get that as well. Death, no more. Revelation chapter 21, verse 4, and Yahweh shall wipe away all tears from their eyes, and there shall be no more death, neither sorrow nor crying, neither shall there be any more pain, for the former things are passed away. Okay, so there's not going to be any more death, pain, sorrow, crying, any of that. All that is going to be brought to an end. All right, that's basically it. I really want to get this out and just let us know, like, we are going through. The conclusion is we're going through some hardships. While we might have good intentions, we might put ourselves through extra pains and struggle. That's not what the Lord is trying to put on us or make us suffer by. Okay, don't do any self-inflicted struggles or self-inflicted pain. All right, because that's not what the Lord is planning for you. Okay, to as best as you can, the Lord wants to forego any struggles, okay, but at the same time, there are going to be times where we do need to struggle, and it's just not for you to add on to the struggles that the Lord is putting on you. So with that, I pray this was edifying. I truly do. I know we have some hardships we want to overcompensate, and take pride that you want to overcompensate, because it shows that you do love the Lord and you want to do more for Him. All right, that's a good trait to have, but it doesn't mean that you need to destroy yourself in order to seek justification and righteousness with Yahawadah. There is a balance in it. So with that, I pray this was edifying. I want to give all honor, glory, and praise unto Yahawah, Ba'ashem Yahawashi, Ba'ashem Rakakadash, double honors to the elders and apostles of Great Millstone, Abad, Babal, and Shalom.